Felt great. It was my first time actually sprinting and going out there doing full movement things. But I feel great since the surgery healed up. The doctors here and the training staff here done a great job of getting me back to 100%. And like I said, I feel real good. I feel very explosive. Just getting to know those guys personally. I've watched a number of those guys' highlights, and I've got a chance to get to know them over the last couple of weeks. But just continue to keep building a relationship with them. Us as a group learn a scheme that's new to some. In some phases, new to me as well too. So get the scheme down, and then once we get on field, just let our natural talent take over. But of course, we have to dial into the details before we can actually get on the field and go out there and play freely. But that's what this process right here is for. We're back early, and it's definitely a good time for us to learn each other and as well as learn a new scheme. Yes, I'm definitely excited. Going through the playbook when I received it, some of the things are starting to come back from when I was in Baltimore underneath that scheme. But definitely excited. It's a player-friendly playbook, and I know I'm excited about it, but I also believe that the other playmakers on our offense is definitely going to be excited about the opportunities that they'll have to make plays. Adding playmakers is never a bad thing, regardless of who we add. This team is built around competing, so we're going to definitely have to compete to get that number 2 spot. And it's going to be competition all around the board, just not at the wide receiver position, but at all positions. And I think that drives the best out of players. I know it drives the best out of me. In the wide receiver room right now, we have guys that are very capable of going out there and making plays on a consistent basis, but adding another talent wouldn't be a bad thing.
Exert myself a little bit more vocally. I think I've kind of said that throughout the media, the interviews that I've had, and be more than just a lead by example guy. Last year I did talk to guys and would take them to the side, but I think I'll kind of step to the forefront, kind of like what Kyle Williams does before games or even in meetings. And just holding guys accountable when I see something go down versus kind of waiting and maybe getting them after a meeting. Making sure that it's out in the front and everybody knows about it. And if I correct one guy or help one guy, everybody else sees it and maybe we'll learn from that same correction. Schematically, it's a 4-3 versus a 3-4. I'll be playing a lot more off the ball. That's pretty much what you get. Now we have 2 defensive ends in Jerry and Shaq. And I'm the guy that'll be playing off the ball as a Sam linebacker, Will linebacker, really playing in all 3 linebacker phases, just depending on the call and the set that the offense comes out in. So I'll be moving around a lot more. I won't just be stagnant as far as playing left or right side all the time, as well as on third downs. I'll still have a role there, rushing the passer, blitzing, dropping, and doing a lot of a different variety of things. The same thing I did last year under the old regime. So I'm definitely excited about how I'll be used this year and be able to get after it and put some pressure on the quarterback and hopefully get a couple more picks this year too and score.
Really, a lot of the same things that we talked about after they had hired him. His vision for our team, for the organization, for me as a player individually, how I could help, and really just made me feel comfortable and to be quite honest, and inspired me and kind of breathed a little life into me about what his view was. And when guys can do that, somebody like myself that's been around, that's been through this a lot, that gets you excited and ready to go. I think passion, energy, the way he presents his message or his view in that realm, it's not just talking about, we want to win, that's what we're going to do, but he's presenting it, he's talking about my role, he's talking about our team, he's talking about individual players in a passionate way with a lot of energy and ready to go and hit the ground running and being accountable and disciplined and doing the things the right way, the way that you want to do them. That speaks to my heart, so that it's easy for me to get excited. Glad to see him back. When you look at that, I don't know which way you could go to make it better or make it more sense for our football team. So Tyrod's a great teammate. He's going to continue to play well for us and do things and I think he's only going to get better the more opportunities he has. So Tyrod coming back, some of our other teammates, Lorenzo coming back. But like I said, it's more than about teammates, and it's more than about me just coming back just to play. It's really the vision for this football team, the vision for this organization, and really coming back to do what I've always done, to play as hard as I possibly can to make us a winning championship football team and play with my teammates.
It's kind of easy to come in and do your, lead by example. It's kind of like the first day of school. Everybody's been, to the first day of school, and you go in, you meet people, you see what your assignments are and all that, and then from there you just work. And I'm not a person to be overly vocal in the first place, so just lead by example, and hope that one day by doing that, guys will catch on to what type of leadership you have.
You mentioned the first day of school. Sean addresses the team for the first time today. What did you take from that?
Same thing I took, a month ago when I was here. Positive person, go-getter, wants us to be ready and set our goals high. And from there, we're going to work. We're gonna play fundamentally sound football, and I'm excited. Today was fun, running out there and doing all that stuff, and then I'm excited for what the future holds. I think that what Sean is presenting is a perfect opportunity for this new football team that we have. You talk about the past and all that here in Buffalo, but this is a totally new football team. I wasn't here. 17 years ago, I was 9 years old. I don't know anything about any of that, losing and not making it to the playoffs and all that stuff. So me personally, this is a new football team, new opportunity. I'm sure Sean will say the same thing. I'm sure a lot of guys in the locker room that this is the first day working out here and being a part of this football team will say the same thing. So we're not looking into the past and the history of the Buffalo Bills. We're looking to make history.